Impossible records in NBA. These 19 NBA records are the toughest to break. To start, we must discuss the babyface assassin, who made history on December 14, 2021, when he made this shot against the Knicks. Here is Curry for the record. It's a good one, NBA three-point shooting legend Stephen Curry. It's difficult to surpass Ray Allen's mark of 2,973 three-pointers made in 1,300 games. Except if you're Chef Kurt, who only needed 789 games to break the record, you are on another planet. Just like his Splash brother Klay Thompson, who once brought out his inner Michael Jordan when he went ballistic in the third quarter of a 2015 game against the Kings. Including 3 threes, Thompson provided. To score more than 37 points in a pickup game is one thing, but to do so in even one quarter of an NBA game is on another level. You know, what's even rarer than pretending to be Jesus' second coming for a while? It was March 2nd, 1962, dropping the triple digits. Fans were expecting another dominant Wilt Chamberlain performance during the Philadelphia Warriors vs. New York Knicks game, but instead, they witnessed an even better 100-point outburst. The next closest player is Kobe Bryant, who has 81 points. A full 19-point shot might as well set a new record, but picture you constantly on fire. With players in their primes like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, the 73-9 Golden State Warriors did precisely that during the 2015-16 NBA season. Since Bill Russell did the same thing, the question was not whether they would win, but rather how much they would win by simply multiplying their city by 11. This is because my man didn't just win one ring, he won 11 rings. LeBron is being referred to as the GOAT of consistency by some, but the real GOAT wasn't even born until 1934, before 1984 by 50 years. However, despite all the capping this past year, LeBron remains the goal of longevity. King James became the first player in NBA history with at least 30,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists. To give you some context, only 8 players in NBA history have amassed more than 30,000 points, and of those 8, LeBron is the only one to be ranked among the top 10 assist producers ever. His 10,000 rebounds aren't even mentioned in the top 3. So scratch that list. I argue that since he has accomplished something that only 42 players have ever done, it's time to stop referring to him as King James and start calling him Big Daddy Jane. Contrarily, Jose Calderon doesn't do anything unusual, as he did prior to the 2008 to 2009 seasons. When my man was in control of the charity strike, he shot an absurd 151 for 154. The next season, Calderon went from being automatic to only 80 from the line. So my man was essentially unconscious from the line. However, he didn't stay unconscious for very long. I am aware that point guards enjoyed a golden era in the 1990s, which is one thing. I'm referring to John Stockton, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, and so forth. On December 30th, 1990, a point guard broke the previous mark for assists in a single game. However, this play wasn't Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, or John Stockton. Rather, it was the relatively unheralded Scott Skiles. A 155-116 thrashing of the Nuggets could be a moment in history. Not only did Skills hand out 30 assists, but he also scored 22 points, grabbed 6 rebounds, and assembled one of the best games ever. Russell Westbrook, one of today's top point guards, entered the rankings at number 11. Well, maybe not anymore, but before Russell Westbrook, all those bricks were used to construct mansions. He was occupied with shattering Oscar Robertson's record of 181 triple-doubles, which no one thought could be surpassed until Westbrook came along. Then, with the fadeaway, the record was broken and the rest is history. After 47 years, Oscar Robertson has just been surpassed by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook has scored a staggering 186 triples-doubles in just 8 seasons alone, bringing his career total to 194 entering the 2022 NBA season. The player was racking up triple-doubles like he was playing 2K2, as he scored 186 triple-doubles in just 8 seasons alone. Nevertheless, we're stepping it up now that we have reached the top 10 most challenging records. And it all begins with AC Green, who in his 16-year career has only missed 3 games, is proof that sometimes the key to greatness is simply being available. Green's 1192 consecutive games played from November 19, 1986 to April 18, 2001 is even more impressive. Damn Green has been injury-free for 14 straight seasons, while Kawhi Leonard can't even go 2 minutes without getting hurt. However, AC Green has never come close to matching Andre Drummond's fades. Andre Drummond, who can't shoot a free throw to save his life, is one of those basketball players who weren't born to play the game. Because of how frequently Drummond was fouled on January 20, 2016, Drummond's 23 missed free throws rank as the most in history. This was all because Drummond couldn't hit a single free throw. Even though bro may be 7 feet tall, I bet he crawled to his mother after that monstrosity, who, however, is even less skilled at attempting free throws. The Dallas Mavericks sacrificed one of their players to watch Dennis Rodman shoot free throws in 1997 after Bubba Wills fouled Rodman 6 times in the first 3 minutes of the game, which led to Wills receiving the quickest personal foul disqualification in history. He's lucky. After that thing, Rodman didn't put him in a chokehold like the Rockets almost did with James Harden because the Beard is known for hoarding the ball, which is great as long as he's shooting well. On January 8, 2019, however, this wasn't the case as Harden made 2 terrible attempts from behind the arc for his team, shattering the previous record of 16 missed 3-point attempts in a single game. Sheesh, that's embarrassing. But at least it was a one-time mistake, as Harden missed 16 3-point attempts in the following 5 games and over the course of just over a year. This is the shooting while using steroids. Wallace won't stop talking back to the referees, and this guy doesn't take no for an answer either. Rasheed Wallace had a whopping 41 technicals for comparison in the 2000 and 2001 seasons, 1 for every 2 games. Some people choose violence when they first wake up. Wallace chose to make the rest of his job a living hell. Since Dwight Howard had 29 free throws in 1 game in 2012, he's on the officials' good side. Unfortunately though, he didn't take advantage of the opportunity and only made 21 of his 39 free throws. Although redemption is only 1 year away, Howard would soon have the chance to do so. Once again, history was made on March 12, 2013 when Howard made 39 free throws. However, this time, he outperformed the charity strike, making 25 of them, putting an end to the "Haka Howard, we all have our demons" phrase. Howard finally overcoming "Hit makes me happy." Michael Jordan was renowned for being an expert scorer, and it's time to switch from Superman to Air Jordan because he scored so much. It's safe to say that Michael Jordan won the scoring title 10 times, averaging a record-breaking 30.1 points per game. Since KD and LeBron both score about 3 points less than the GOAT, it's unlikely that their records will be surpassed anytime soon. And with that, let's move on to our top 3 moments. You can't be sure that these records won't ever be broken because nobody with any sense would ever try to do so. LeBron James' worst nightmare came true on February 12, 2021. Though, if you play 20 seasons like him, it's about to happen. Jared Vanderbilt wasn't really interested in getting it that way. LeBron has a scratch after slipping, falling and turning over. MJ was undoubtedly laughing heartily about LeBron's more than 4,800 turnovers. But at least one team at number 2 wasn't all bad and giggles. On December 2nd, 2021, the Grizzlies defeated the Thunders, or the Grizzlies defeated themselves. By the end of the first quarter, the Grizzlies had a 15-point lead, and by halftime, the margin had grown to 36 points. In other words, the game was over, but the Grizzlies wouldn't let up. Fast forward to the end of the game, and the final score was 152-79, setting an NBA record by 73 points. It's hard to imagine paying hundreds of dollars to watch that dreadful show. And it's safe to say that those fans won't be coming back anytime soon. It was January 9, 2011, but there is still one moment that ends the tape. Joel Anthony became invisible during the Miami Heat vs Portland Trailblazers game because for the first 29 minutes of the game, all my man did was run up and down the court. Anthony also picked up 4 fouls during that time. That is to say, the guy had a 0-0. Given 29 minutes, even the neighboring guy could have recorded his stat. But that's precisely why this album is so exceptional. The game feels authentic because a fantastic basketball player transforms into a human. But you know what doesn't feel authentic? When LeBron James scores the game-winning goal after getting his eye poked. When the Black Mamba elevates our game, and don't even get me started, when Tracy McGrady responds with his back to the wall. You really have to see it for yourself. In NBA history, these are the 21 most unlikely events.